today we are at the Walt Disney Studios in Paris. We've come across to Disneyland Paris to celebrate their 30th birthday, and we could not pass up the opportunity to head over into the studio park because the Avengers campus opened just a few weeks ago. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm a little bit apprehensive because obviously they changed my favourite ride, the Rock and Roller Coaster, into Avengers Flight Force. The name doesn't fill me with much hope. Vlogs I've seen recently of it, it does look amazing on the outside, so I'm hoping the ride's going to be good. But that's what we're going to do today. We're just going to grab ourselves some snacks. We've literally just got off the train, so we're just going to get some snacks and a drink. Then we're going to head over to Avengers campus. Hopefully ride Flight Force. I'll give you my honest opinion on it, and then we'll show you around the Avengers campus. Okay, so here's the entrance to Avengers campus. So I guess they're expecting the area to be busy, so they're kind of trying to do some kind of crowd control, so we're not all sort of going in one big mob. Here's our first look. So in front of us there, that used to be the Armageddon ride. They used to have like the big sort of space vehicle outside the front. There's like a bit of a photo up here, the Avengers campus sign, so we're just going to stop here for a minute and get a picture. This land is completely transformed. I literally don't know what to focus on first. It just looks incredible. Just where I'm pointing over here now, that's PYM Kitchen. We've got a reservation to eat there tomorrow. I cannot wait. Oh, this looks like this is the web slinger ride here, so I think we'll probably go on this first since we're heading this way. So apologies, you're literally just taking in exactly what I am. I'm just literally moving the camera where I'm looking. I mean, there's some very exciting toilets just there, you know, if anyone's interested. I'm just in awe of this place already. I mean, Neil and Harry are way ahead of me, and I can see them just stopping and pointing and staring at so much stuff. It's just, yeah, really, really impressive. Oh, we're approaching Rock and Roller Coaster. I don't think I'm ever going to get used to calling it Flight Force, but there it is, just there on the left at the end. Avengers Flight Force. This used to be the, I think it's called the Backlot restaurant. It's now the Stark factory. I think this is like a quick service restaurant. This area just looks so different. I'm not going to lie, it does look great because this part of the park used to look a bit run down. But just look at it, it's amazing. I think we're going to spend a lot of time in this part of the park today. So here is the menu for Stark Factory. It looks mostly kind of pizzas, pastas, ice creams and drinks. So I think we might pop in here at some point. So we're about to go on our first ride. We're going to go on Web Slinger. Because Harry has got a medical condition, we have applied for the new priority card. Not really sure how it works, but Harry's got a photo card here that's valid for the duration of our stay. I believe we just go to the main entrance, and then the cast member at the main entrance will direct us to where we go and explain if we can go straight on or whether we have to come back. Currently there's a 65-minute wait for the Web Slinger, so once we've done the ride, I'll come back to you guys and give you some feedback as to how the priority cards worked. Well, that was really straightforward. We just went to the cast member at the front and they sent us in, which I think is the Premier Access entrance. They just literally just ushered us straight in, so even with 65-minute wait, we're heading straight onto the ride. So it's now 20 past 4. I'll let you know how long it takes for us to actually get on board. I'm just going to show you a bit of the queue line. Obviously this isn't the main queue, this is the Premier Access queue, but just give you an idea what it's like. Oh, it's so much cooler in here. It's baking hot. It's like Florida heat in Paris today. It's about 33 degrees. So I don't know if this is some kind of pre-show area or this is like the main loading bit to the ride, but we've only been waiting 5 minutes.
Et voici notre chef de projet, Peter Parker.
Comment ça va? Je suis Peter Parker. Ici chez W.E.B, on a accès à une super technologie.
The Spider-Bots are getting out of control. We need Spider-Man now. J'active les protocoles de niveau de risque.
Salut, qu'est-ce qui se passe? Vous avez un problème d'arachide? Je vais vous aider.
Te voilà, super. Le risque est atteint au niveau danger exponentiel. Tu as
Very cool, very cool. Let me see yours, Harry. Come on. Nice. You like the Men in Black. Thank you. Got my goggles ready to go. You look carefully at there, you can see the Spider-Bots have escaped. And we've got to help Spider-Man capture them. Here's our first look at the ride vehicles. So you go inside and they're like little pods, those doors are going to shut. It looks like you get 4 or 5 people on each side, one set facing forwards and one set facing backwards. Hopefully we'll be in the forward facing, but we'll see.
Vraiment content de vous voir.
Start slinging. Should I call for more help now?
Non, on va y arriver. C'est qu'un petit problème.
A small problem?
En fait, c'est un gros problème. Oh non, les pauses vont atteindre les particules de vie.
Elevating threat level 2.
Legit crazy. Ouais, j'aurais dit pareil.
Okay, so we've just come off of Web Slinger. What did you guys think?
Really good, isn't it?
Yes?
Really good. It's a mixture of Spider-Man and Universal with Ninjago, but better.
Why was it better?
Well, it's a bit more high-tech, isn't it? A bit more reactive, and the 3D's a lot better.
Yeah?
Really good.
Oh, cool. Who won?
I did.
Oh, well done. So you must really like that ride then, Harry, huh? Yeah? So now we've come off of Web Slinger. Neil and Harry have given you their review. I enjoyed it, it was good, but I was trying to film it for you guys, so I didn't really get the full effect of it, the full experience, should we say. But just wanted to give you the feedback on the Harry's Priority Pass. Yeah, it was weird. We just flashed the pass. They sent us in the Premier Access queue line. We were on and off the ride within half an hour, and that's including the pre-show. They haven't said that it's blocked or anything, so presumably we can just go and get on another ride. We also found out that pass also gives him priority access to meet the characters, priority seating in shows, parades, fireworks, restaurants and in shops. If there's a big queue in the shop and Harry's with us, we don't have to wait. So it'll be interesting to see how that works as the trip goes on. But so far, really, really good experience. Like I say, on and off the ride in half an hour, and the ride's currently got a 65-minute wait. Right, here goes. I'm going to go and ride Flight Force, aka Rock and Roller Coaster. So I've just spoke to a cast member at the front of the queue because Harry doesn't want to ride Flight Force because it's obviously a ride that's inside in the dark. He can't see it before he rides, so he's not sure on it. Obviously me and Neil haven't ridden it since it's had its change, shall we say. So we're going to ride it first and see what whether we think it'll be good enough for Harry. The cast member at the front of the queue line said we can queue up together and ask for a rider switch pass, so basically a parent swap. So then we can also queue together, and then we'll just me and Neil will ride it separately and take turns looking after Harry. I'm not going to lie, I'm actually feeling a little bit emotional to see what they've done to my ride, but here we go, we're going in. Oh wow. Okay, I'm liking this bit. Oh wow, this does look really cool. Okay. It's feeling nothing like Rock and Roller Coaster at the moment, which makes me sad, but I'm giving it a chance.
Contacting Captain Marvel for a free warhead update. Stark, is your life so empty you need to keep calling me for these missile updates?
Ça marche. Vous ne pouvez pas voler plus vite.
How's that faster? Didn't dig in my speed.
Ah oui, quoi. Je vous pique sur votre vitesse.
I don't understand you, Tony. We're breaking up. As you know, Kree warheads are headed our way, and we need your help.
Ne vous inquiétez pas. J'ai créé un transpondeur qui va tromper le système de guidage des missiles et faire en sorte d'être pris pour cible.
Right. You'll be joining us on the mission. Tony's built a transponder that the missile's targeting system will lock onto. He's loaded the transponders into his hypersonic vehicles. So you'll fly the hypersonics and draw the missiles away from the planet.
Well, well. So, just come off of Flight Force, aka Rock and Roller Coaster. It was a bit weird, so as we were going in, I mentioned that we were going to ask for a rider switch pass. Every cast member I encountered in the queue line, I asked for it, and they kept saying, oh no, the next person, so we were literally boarding the ride. Obviously Harry was not going to do the ride, so in the end we had a choice. We either had to queue twice or trust that Harry would go out the exit and wait at the end of the ride for us where the pictures come out. So yeah, he's nearly 12 and we thought, right, we'll trust him, so he did that. So major anxiety for me and Neil, but it did mean that me and Neil got to ride it together, which was nice. So I showed you all of the pre-show and everything. I was getting quite anxious. It was really, really cool. I did like what they've done with it, but it was very, very different. Like the pre-show in the queue line, I was getting really, really worried, and I was like, oh no, this ride's gonna be totally different. As we got to the loading area, exactly the same, the original Rock and Roller Coaster loading area. Obviously it's decorated slightly differently, but it's the same ride loading area. Got on the train, okay, it's the same train. So, okay, it's the same track, and as the ride went, it's the same launch, the same straight up into a loop. It is basically the same ride. I did love it because it is the same ride, but it's better with the, obviously the Rock and Roller Coaster light show and the Aerosmith music really made it. What they've got in there now, it's just kind of like talking, so you can hear like Captain Marvel and Iron Man talking, and then there's like screens around the inside of the building, so you'll see certain bits played out on screens, but you're moving so fast you don't really get to appreciate it too much anyway. And there's quite a lot of bits of the ride where it's just complete darkness, which makes it more scary, I think, actually. But I still prefer Rock and Roller Coaster. That's got my heart, but I don't hate this ride now. I mean, it's the same ride basically, so much so as the ride pulled into the station in the exit, I started crying just a little bit because I was so relieved that it's the same track system. So yeah, mixed feelings about it, but I'm glad it's the same track, I'm glad it's the same train. Probably give it an 8 out of 10, but yeah, I'm glad I've done it. So you'll notice a quick outfit change. This is in fact the next day, and we've just come into PYM Kitchen, which we mentioned earlier in the vlog that we were going to be coming for dinner. We just sat down now. Our server was really, really helpful. He just came over and given us a giant-sized pretzel. I would show you that, but we've already demolished half of it already. I think I did take a picture of those, so I'll try and put a still image of that in here for you. I'm just waiting for our drinks to come over, then we're going to head up and help ourselves to the buffet. It's an all-you-can-eat buffet, which is €42 per adult and 30 per child. So eat as much as you like. Can't wait to go and check it out. So before I tuck into the delicious food, I thought I'd show you guys. So we've got here some Mexican rolls, kind of look like spring rolls, and that is jambalaya. I'm going to be tucking in some of that in a moment. Oh wow, look at all of this. It looks so good. That says crumble from vegetables, roasted potatoes, those are crab cakes, and these are the corn dogs, pork breast in barbecue sauce. So that there you can see at the back is a giant hot dog, followed by some little ones here that have been shrunken. Shrunken, is that even a word? Look at that giant pretzel, that is amazing. Look at the size of it. Obviously you don't just take one, they'll cut it into small portions for you. So we've got some cold meat selection, and sort of olives and salad down there. This is the child's buffet section. That's a diddy little sort of like a chocolate ice lolly there. And this must be where Harry got his slider, skinny fries. I'm not quite sure they are. Let's say rainbow, oh, so back at the back there's rainbow cauliflower. And it's a cheesy pasta gratin. So this is just one of the dessert stations. Everything is like bite-sized. Those sort of fruit tarts in the middle there, they look very, very yummy. So this is the second dessert station that's proving very popular and very difficult to get near, but you've got some maxi and mini madeleines there. Chocolate cake. This was like a giant strawberry dessert. I will try and get closer to another one to show you in just a moment. So just at the top there you've got some very, very mini strawberries. There's mini cheesecakes. Everything's basically mini, apart from this giant strawberry. It's already had a few chunks taken out of it, but it looks amazing. This burger is so big that they're having to cut it into individual sized portions. Look at that! I mean, who reckons they could eat a whole one of those themselves? So here's my selection. I've gone for the jambalaya, some roast potatoes, crab cake, pork breast with barbecue sauce, some stir-fried vegetables and mashed potato, and that there is coleslaw. Okay, please don't judge me, but this is €42 for eat as much as you want, so I'm going to eat as much as I want. Gone slightly healthier. I've got a chicken Caesar salad there on the right. I went for some more of that coleslaw because it's really vinegary and I love that. I'm going to try one of the mini hot dogs. I've got another crab cake because that was really yummy too, and I'm going to try a corn dog. So this is Neil's third plate of food. And he's got a slice of that giant burger, so there's a cross section of it there. It looks really, really good actually. So you've got cheese, burger, loads of salad. Look at that. I mean, it's massive though. I don't know how he's going to manage all of that, but it'll be interesting to see if he can. Bon appetit. He doesn't know how to eat it. There we go. Oh, look at that. Lovely. So now Neil's sort of partially demolished that burger. He's now gone up and got pudding. So he's got a piece of the large Oreo cookie. There's a red velvet cake, a red marble cake, and what's that little one again?
Carrot cake.
And that one at the front there is a little piece of carrot cake. So for my puddings, I have gone for a little bit of the cookie cake. Top left there is a piece of that strawberry, which is kind of like a mousse, that giant strawberry that I showed you earlier. On the left there, that cream thing is some kind of honey cake. I thought the pink thing in the middle was a donut, but I'm not entirely sure what that is now. At the bottom we've got key lime pie, and then we've got the fruit tart. I'm hoping Neil might share some of this with me, because I do feel really naughty. Okay, we've just finished in PYM Kitchen. So my puddings, I really, really enjoyed all of them, apart from surprisingly the Oreo cookie. Neil liked that one, but I found it a bit dry. My favourite was probably the key lime pie and the strawberry mousse. The strawberry mousse was really light and fluffy, it was lovely. The honey cake was quite sickly. It was nice, but even that small bite was too much. But no, thoroughly enjoyed the meal. I would say it's definitely worth the value, €42 for an adult, but I'm not sure €30 for a child is that good value, because Harry's obviously 11 now and he only managed sort of maybe a plate and a half at the most, so €30 for that is a really good value. For, you know, if your child eats a lot, then great, and Harry usually does, but he just didn't seem to, I'm not sure if he enjoys it. I think he's quite tired at the moment, but I'm not sure we would pay that again for him. But if it was just me and Neil here on our own, I think we probably would go in there again.
C'est ce que j'allais faire là. Résistance, stabilisateur, adhérence.
Bon, enregistre bien toutes les données.
Oh non, aujourd'hui je me bats contre personne. C'est juste moi et les nouvelles technologies de Monsieur Stark. On commence par le plus facile. C'était chic, j'assure. C'était incroyable. Vous avez vu ça? C'est pas une bonne nouvelle, ça. Ça sent mauvais, ça. Vous inquiétez pas, tout est sous contrôle.
Intrusion alert level 2.
sais. J'envoie...
Leave this one to me. Not today.
C'est ça que tu cherches?
So we're just coming into the Stark factory just to grab one of these special desserts, and look at this, you're greeted by the Hulkbuster. It's ginormous, all lit up, it looks really impressive. So basically it's just your standard kind of quick service, you kind of order just here, pick up your food, find a seat. Okay, you've got some kind of blueprints on the wall, but apart from that it's pretty much kind of nondescript, the restaurant. It's very basic, but again it's meant to be a factory. So there's our 4 Thunder cake. It's quite small, I put my phone there just to give you an idea in size, how small it actually is. I'm not sure what flavour is to expect. We meant for this to be shared between the 3 of us. We're probably going to get like a mouthful each, but at least we can say we've tried it. So Neil's just taken the first bite. What's it like?
Caramel blancmange.
Blah blah blah. Caramel.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not my favourite flavour then. What's the blue bit like? Is it like chocolate or something?
Yeah, chocolate.
No, okay. So I'm not sure if the camera's going to pick it up very well, but you can kind of see like a cross section of it there. It's got like a kind of soft caramel filling to it. Almost it's more like chocolate, but Neil says it's caramel. As we just come out of the Stark factory, that kind of 4 Thunder cake thing that we tried, Neil said it was like a caramel blancmange. When I tasted it, it just tasted like a cheap chocolate mousse. It wasn't my favourite thing, so I'm not sure we'd get that again. We've tried now Stark Factory and PYM Kitchen. Obviously PYM Kitchen is a sit-down, eat all you can buffet, but I much preferred that to the Stark Factory. The food was much better over there, and just the all-round theming. The Stark Factory, apart from the Hulkbuster when you go in, that was pretty impressive, but the rest of it is much the same as when it was the back lot. They've kind of just taken everything out, put some blueprints on the wall. It's not great, it wasn't my favourite. Yeah, I don't think it was really worth going into, to be honest. Probably my least favourite thing about the Avengers campus. That's done in the Avengers campus. Really enjoyed that. Both the new rides were really good. Managed to see some characters, we've tried some treats. We've now come out into the rest of the Walt Disney Studio Park, and Harry's going to try Crush's Coaster and maybe Tower of Terror for the first time. I'm not going to vlog the rest of the park, I'm just going to sort of enjoy the day now, but I will put a little montage of our adventures in here for you after this bit. So thank you for joining this adventure, and we'll see you again soon. Bye!